Welcome everyone to the podcast on why do we now care about rivers as if they were non-humans. Hello friends, this is Tai Van Nguyen, a PhD student in human geography at the University of New England, Australia. I'd like to start by giving respect to the people who have always lived on the land where we work, learn, celebrate, and live. I respect all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, as well as their elders from the past, present, and future. I value Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's knowledge, insights, and connections to rivers, creeks, and wetlands. We all adore it and care a great deal about it. Today, I'd like to discuss the question, why do we now care about rivers as if they were non-humans, and share my reflections on rivers as a vital area in which collective actions are essential to ensure sustainable futures for humans and non-humans everywhere. I'd like to start with a reflection on my experience of walking along the section of the Hunter River in the city of Newcastle, where it feeds into the Tasmania Sea. The river is a major river system in the state of New South Wales, Australia. The river nurtured diverse fauna and flora, and its catchment used to be the hunting and playing grounds of the region's Aboriginal peoples and continues to support places of significant meaning. The river has been supporting the subsistence needs and engendering enjoyment, sorrow, and fear of humans and non-humans and their common fate, and continues to do so. Rivers, as part of the Earth's hydrological cycle, connect the fates of humans and non-humans in different parts of the world together. The Hunter River reminded me of the Mekong River Delta of Vietnam, where I grew up. I was feeling lots of benefits from the river and where people were living along the river. That is freshwater-based resources, such as river fish, sediments, and nutrients from the rivers. Local farmers, especially rice farmers and fishermen, benefit a lot from this because it's their main way to make money when it floods. I am very proud to have grown up in the floodplain zones of Vietnam's Mekong River Delta and to have continued my doctoral research on gender, rivers, and climate-induced disasters here. I also love the idea of playing in and around rivers, wetlands, and floodplains. It made me recall my beautiful childhood when big floods came to my village. At the time, I could learn to swim by moving among the house pillars, as Delta residents frequently build their homes in silt to adapt to high flood water levels. I also realized how important water was when I worked with local farmers in a floating rice village of Vinh Phu Quoc Commune, Tri Ton District, and Giang Province. The people who lived there could make money by growing rice on the floodwater during the rainy seasons in the Mekong Delta Basin. In this place, I have also revealed the diversity of the nature-human nexus. It looks like a wetland and a flood-retaining reservoir. That is a landscape of water as it has a diversity of plants and animals, such as floating rice plants, lotus, frogs, snakes, freshwater fish, wild rats, birds. They are all beautiful parts of the floodplain ecosystem. Here, the Hunter River is a large river, one of the most diverse in Australia. It is a fascinating river system. I felt similar to the Mekong Delta, the strong winds, the birds, and the trees along the riverside, with the differences being the sidewalks, coffee shops, and hotels constructed along the riverfront. And, generally speaking, it's a very interesting river. And down by the riverbank, of course, I have seen pictures of these wonderful, peaceful, and expansive regions. So, I came to realize the fact that we need to respect and care for the things that supply us with nourishment. I felt that the rivers attracted lots of wonderful things, not only physical landscapes but also humans. People are drawn to them because walking along the riverbank makes you feel like it's cool outside. The rivers also make money because they are used as routes by big ships that carry food and because tourist boats use them to promote tourism. From all the opportunities that the river brings us. But what are some of the ongoing challenges, such as managing these systems to provide us with the things that we need from them and to retain their integrity? In Australia, people started to build dams and wanted to control flood waters because of the fact that we also had a recent memory of what the river was like, such as historic floods in Brisbane, Queensland, and New South Wales in 2010 to 2011 and 2020 to 2021. So, it sorts of started asking questions about natural values and what they were trying to do in terms of water and environmental flows. So, it makes me want to work on river projects in the future as a human geographer and social scientist. I think that rivers are really about people. It is a need to engage people and their appreciation and value, their commitment as well as their activities around rivers. This is our big opportunity and challenge into the future if we know how to care about rivers. Before it ends, it could be said that more than human thinking or thinking about nature and water can lead to a better understanding of how all things depend on each other and how to set up interactions that aren't exploitative and are good for everyone in the long run. I would like to thank Dr. Poshan, a senior lecturer at the University of Newcastle. Dr. Poshan made an attempt to provide constructive feedback on my podcast, and we had a lovely time walking along the Hunter Rivers. So, thank you very much for listening to my podcast. Bye-bye for now.